is City Skyline 2. A bunch of people have said that this game is not good. Mostly those complaints though have been from like a graphical standpoint and some technical problems. So we're going to give this an honest shot. I loved the first one. I was terrible at it. I never made a single good never made a single good city. So the highways, like the buses, all that sort of thing always got me. So hopefully we can do better this time. So I'm checking my phone because I just set up captions and looks like my captions are still not working for some reason. I don't know what's causing my captions to not work. So I really got to figure that one out. Not sure why captions are being such a pain in the butt. But we are here, we're letting people join us, so before we get started, how about an intro song?
Waffles. Saint Waffles. Waffles. Saint Waffles. It is time once again for your daily suggested serving of waffles.
Beautiful. Absolutely love the intro song. So let's start a new game. Let's see what we got here. Could do a haven, barrier island, get a little bridge going on, Great Highlands, multiple bridges. Ooh, a mountain village. Okay. Oh, we even get, okay, I didn't see here. So we get climate, connections, natural resources. Like this has a bunch more water, but a little bit less acreage. A delta, the sweeping plains, twin mountains, the windy fjords. You know, let's do the barrier island. This looks like an interesting map. Let's do that one. Randomly generate a name. Natural disasters on. Tutorials on. Here we go. Let's experience City Skylines and see, is it as bad as all the people are saying? I typically don't trust the whiners. You know, we were just finished playing Metal Gear Solid 3 on the remastered collection, and people were upset about that game, but like, it was a great game through and through. People were just complaining that it wasn't 60 frames per second. It made literally zero difference on it. Alright, so this is the place to build the city of your dreams, take on in-depth challenges, manage city services, directing traffic flow, follow lives of your citizens. Tutorials are here to guide you. Okay, before you start, let's start with the camera controls. Tutorial, pretty basic stuff, pretty good stuff here. Okay, can move around. And rotate the camera. In and out, okay. Got task list hints. Alright. So we got 50,000 monies. Our citizens are averagely happy because there are none of them. Need roads. They come with built-in utility networks, most roads. A network of electric cables and pipes for water and sewage, so all buildings connected to a road with a utility network. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you don't have to micromanage these necessarily anymore. It just kind of comes built in with the road. Okay. Let's see. That's already a built-in road, so I'm guessing they want us to connect like that. So let's split one road off over there. And do one road over here. And we'll connect to that road. Okay. We've got our roads. We got tools we can use here. We can do straight, simple curves. A lot of tools. There's a lot of tools here. You can do elevations, parallel modes, snappings. Change the road you already built. You don't need to bulldoze it. That's very nice. Elevation up and down. Or ramps. Make roads run parallel. Snapping. Okay. We're gonna spend way too much money on roads, but I'm digging these roads. So they recommended that we do a shape kind of like this. All right. Now we need some residential zones. Zones are divided for what kind of buildings. You can choose themes. Okay. Tool modes. Low density housing for single handle or single homes, single family homes. All right. Remove zones if we don't want that, or rezone districts. Buildings that already exist in the area you're rezoning, condemned. Now we need some commercial zones. For business, okay. Put some business in there. And now we need some industrial zone. These need to be away from people's home and groundwater. Okay. Is that what that's trying to tell me, is there's groundwater there, and if I put it there, I'm going to pollute my people out? Oh yeah, groundwater deposits. Okay, so there's water there, so we don't want to build there. Let's just put all the businesses right along that highway. The industrial stuff. Now we need some electricity. You can also outsource electricity, but that can get expensive. So we'll just start with the power station right there. Alright, so electricity view shows overlay electricity flowing through the city, spot weaknesses. We can look for low voltage, high voltage, electricity flows, bottlenecks. Okay, a lot of cool tools. There's a lot of cool tools in here. Watch the flow of electricity, cable capacity, bottlenecks, and direct the energy flow. That's a lot more in depth than the last game was. How about some water? Groundwater pumping station. Use a water pumping station. We have regular water. Alright, so let's see. Water is flowing this way, so we got the water pumping station, and now we need to connect it to a road. so that people can get to and fro, and that'll connect it to all the water here. And finally, sewage. So the water's flowing this way, right? So we want to put the sewage in here so it flows up and out of the city. And now we need to connect this with a pipe. To the road, right? There we go. Okay. We have fixed the sewage crisis. No? Oh, I didn't connect that properly. Okay. Somehow I'm way off with the camera. Okay, I need to readjust the camera here. Why is this being difficult? I'm gonna waste all my money on sewage pipes. What is going on here? Don't understand what I am doing wrong. That appears to be the sewage pipe, right? That's the one that I need. Okay, I just had to select the right. Now I need to connect it to a pipe. There we go. Okay. Problem was I was dumb. Okay, we're gonna start a new city because I spent all my money and I messed that up. So we're gonna try that again, without burning all my money on the tutorial. Excuse me. Let's try that again. Round 2.
Oh, that was a bad drop, my friend. I wouldn't do that again.
Okay, this looks much nicer. Maybe I can do something with this. How's the water flow look like? Water flows down there, so we can pump from up here and then dump down there. Okay. So we're going to need you to go there. And we're going to need a sewage outlet down there. Okay. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to build residential and commercial over here. And then we're going to build the industries out here away from that. Let's check out. Yeah, there's water there and water there that we'll need. So over here is going to be purely the industrial district. So let's run some roads up and down. Oh, they got like a traffic circle here. That's amazing. We started getting more traffic circles here in Oregon, and they are absolutely amazing. Wonderful tools. One of the best things. Alright, do that. Build a really terrible look at that intersection. Oh my goodness, that is a terrible intersection there. I would not want to have to drive on that. We'll have to fix that eventually. Let's see. Now we need a small power plant. There we go. We got the power. Got sewage. We got water. Now we have to zone things up. So zone you guys all up. Industry. Get some houses built in here. And let us watch our first people come into the town. Houses are being built. Very nice looking. We got our first citizen? No, not yet. No one's moved in yet. These guys don't have sewage. Oh, we forgot to do the sewage outlet pipe. Okay. Let's fix that. So we got to make sure we get the right pipe this time. Because that was a huge pain last time. Right? Connect there. And we're going to have to run you all the way over and connect there. Alright, these guys should have sewage now. Yep. Alright, we're going to speed it up just a second and let some people build some houses and move some in. Now, I did turn the graphics down, so this doesn't look the greatest, because people were saying that like it ran really badly. I might try and pop the graphics up a little bit, because honestly, this looks bad, and I don't see it running poorly at all, so I don't know what people are talking about there, so I might turn the graphics up in a little bit. Got our power station going. It's taken a while for these houses to be built. Everything's building, though. Look at all that construction. Now we just need something to be done so that people can move in. All right. The Burned Bean has new meals at 19 Ivy Street. Oh, there's the first houses. Okay, let's try turning these graphics up just a smidge, because that is really bad. So let's try and see. People said high graphics were ruining the game. Let's just see if it's that bad. Okay, I definitely see a noticeable difference with the graphics turned up in lag. So I do see that. So let's drop you just down to maybe medium, maybe a in between. Okay, that's better. Give it a second to mellow out. Oh, they want more residential in the area, huh? Okay. Let's give the people more residential. Give the people what they want. Houses to build. No, okay, so that is still glitchy. Okay, I can see the complaints for the game is not performing on high graphics. I can see that. The sped up mode also feels much slower than the previous games. It feels like there was a lot faster of a fast mode in the past. The city's incredibly... There's 11 people in the city. How can it be incredibly noisy? People already complaining about things. Let's build a road. No housing available. Working on fixing that. Okay. They want housing. There is housing for all you people. I definitely think, already, first impressions, not having to set up the utilities every time. I know that gave you a lot of control, but having it just built into the street, I think, was an absolutely genius move. I think that's probably one of the best moves I've seen in a game like that. It's absolutely brilliant. See what we got here. We got people parking just directly on the street. That's not good. We have a tiny village. There's our milestones. We got some loans. Experience. Development points. Expansion permits. And unlocked features. Okay. So now we can get our first couple of things here. What are you upset about? Ah, waiting for a hearse. Someone moved to my town and immediately died. That's a little inconsiderate. Alright, medical clinic. Let's put in a medical clinic there. And we're gonna need a landfill. Let's put the landfill out here, right? Alright. Now we've got some garbage management going on. Got signature buildings we can build that have positive effects. People are upset about the healthcare run in the city. Look at the healthcare here. We have high availability of the healthcare, no crematorium availability. So we need to get death care. We need some death care going here. Let's see. Alright, so build like that. And now if we build a cemetery. There. See what the people think of that. And we have a huge demand for medium residency. There you people go. Alright, so that cemetery should go pick up those people. We're having power problems. Water problems. Sewage problems. What is that? Was that? Is that a radio from the game? That is so excellent. Can you hear that? That is awesome. I was not expecting that. That was kind of cool. Alright, did that highway not count as a road? Is that why that guy's having sewer problems and all that? Not enough electricity, water, sewer, road access. I feel like you have road access right there, buddy. Like... Does that solve your problem? Populations increase. This is building. Let's relocate that. That location apparently isn't working. What if we relocate you there? Okay, now you've got the stuff. Everyone around him is going to be increased well-being. How's our medical clinic doing? Oh, you can upgrade buildings now rather than having to just stack a whole bunch of buildings in the same area over and over and over again. You can upgrade them. That is pretty excellent. So we can add an ambulance depot or an extension for more patients. Okay. Well, they're not using any vehicles, and they're doing just fine, so I have to do that. I love that. I love the extensions. That is a really cool... Or the upgrade system is a really cool added benefit. See, people want more business, huh? Okay. Give them some more commercial area there. Some industrial. This town is a mess. I should never be a city planner. This is horrible. We're close to our next milestone, though, so we'll just let these people build. That's supposed to be connected there. There we go. That way people can... Oh, you can build roundabouts! Okay, that is awesome. Roundabouts are super helpful. They'll demolish buildings if I put them in there. We can put a roundabout there and make that a little bit safer. Put a roundabout there, make it a little safer. Making people happy. Excuse me. Alright, I love the roundabouts. How's the cemetery doing? No deceased, no vehicles in use. People are happy enough. Water pumping stations not doing very much noise pollution. People are able to build their new commercial stuff here. Excuse me. Population increase. Look at all the people go. Owned by the Cork family. Oh, they've got one pet there. You can see how many pets they have. That's cute. I'm appalled at how the healthcare is run. You never know if you're going to get treatment or not. What are you talking about? There's only one patient. It's at 101% efficiency. They have 218 pounds of pharmaceuticals. Like, I feel like you can get plenty of healthcare here. Okay, so now we've got development points that we can use. Basic services automatically unlocked when you reach new milestones, but this is like developing new things. So we can unlock roundabouts, advanced road services. Okay. Emergency battery stations, gas power plants. Okay. Water treatment facilities. Crematoriums, hospitals, incinerators, recycling plants. Let's put a college in for sure. I feel like we're good on power, electricity. We don't really need a crematorium. We need that next. Recycling center next. Okay. Okay, we need to put some education in. To the town. Put a school there. Ooh, this school is huge. Alright, let's try and put the school in here. Alright, we got some high education. The sewers can use an upgrade. People are backing up. Okay. Check out water usage. We're at only 25% usage, so that's not a problem. Efficiency 100%, usage. Okay, I don't know what they're complaining about. It doesn't seem like there's any problems with sewage, so alright, let's build some new houses. This is really cool. I know that there's some problems like with the graphics. I know people are upset about this. This is a huge improvement in so many ways. Like, I can't see why people are so upset and boycotting this game. This must be train. I thought this was a road out of here, but that's some sort of train tracks. Look at our roads. How... Here's our statistics. Okay. I want to see my terrible thing is always roads. So lots of traffic through there. Pollution all over the ground. Landfills getting smog is on. I thought I built it so that the wind would blow all the smog away. I might have messed that up though. It can't rain all the time, I hope. Well, you don't live in Oregon then. That's for certain. Okay, they want some small housing again. We will give that to them. Ooh, that night mode, though. Look at how pretty that is at night. There's all the traffic. This is so cool to watch all the cars go by. Doesn't look like there's any major problems there. What's up with you? Power line not connected. Okay. We have a huge demand for commercial. Get some more commercial buildings in here. Smog is unbearable. I don't think there's too much pollution in my town. I'm not certain about that. Excuse me. All right. All that commercial demand died immediately, so good job, people, demanding that and then getting nothing. Excuse me. Textiles, convenience stores, textiles, sells vehicles. I don't understand. They say there's some power issues, but it doesn't say that there's a shortage of power. Okay, we need more room. Okay, we need to upgrade some stuff. Let's get our fire department out here. And the police station. All right. New signature building. Take a look. We got our new fire station put in. There's our high school. 75 students, not bad. Lack of labor. We need more people, huh? Okay. Okay, we can get more people. All right. There's more housing for people. Let's get some more labor going in here. People are happy. I don't know what it was saying about rolling blackouts. Because everyone seems to have power. Excuse me. Make everyone happy. Specialized industry. Oh, you can set it up to produce livestock or farming vegetables. Okay, that's cool. You can do very specific things if you want to. I'm kind of interested to see what happens if we set up a chicken farm. Let's see what happens. Natural resources. You can use special industries in certain areas. Okay. All right, we've got a chicken farm now. Lots of police activity going on here. Waiting for a hearse, waiting for a hearse. Okay. Still a labor shortage. Maybe there's a labor shortage because I need higher educated people? Try putting in a college? Maybe that'll help with the labor shortage? We got 7 students with a 1% dropout rate. Tony Mason's still complaining about healthcare. What is wrong with my healthcare? Get a crematorium. Oh, and we need a train for sure. And a park. Okay, looks like there's demand for luxury housing now, so let's get... Get the luxury housing built. They can live near the water and away from the chickens. Yeah, high density. Okay. They can have all that. Now let's see if they actually use all that. Demand for it's rising. Is anyone going to use it, though? Oh, someone started building it. A 45 household apartment. All right, demand is dropping drastically. Got more people in college, so our lack of customers. Okay. Now the labor shortage is still ongoing too. Dexter's here. Hello, Dexter. How's it going today? Build a nuclear power plant? I don't think I'm quite there yet. I can get a small coal power plant, but the nuclear power plant is still far, far away from me. We're getting there, though, slowly but surely. We need a way for these people to travel better. Our roads are atrocious. How's our power doing also? Only at 50% usage. Okay, that's not terrible. Alright, we'll just let the town build itself for a little bit. What do we got here? Waiting for Hearst? A forest fire. Where's the forest fire? Stuck in traffic, complete stop, but I think my interview went well. Well, that's good news for the interview going well. Stuck in traffic, not to brag, but, you know, I got laid off today, so I never have to sit in traffic again. No more 1-2 hours sitting in traffic. I am free from that. So bittersweet, you know, you could be stuck in traffic, but at least you still have a job. But also, you still have a job? Like, what'd you interview for? What were you looking at? All right, let's get a bus going. Yes, we need a bus. Same job, but at a hospital, which means they can pay me good. They better pay me good. Start a bus. Get a depot. We have the depot. Okay. I hope the hospital can pay you good, but from what I've heard, it's not exactly how the not exactly how hospitals and such work. The bus stops all over. Okay, connect all the buses together. We got it. Build some small parks. People deserve small parks. Good enough. I'm asking for a minimum of 55k no matter what the job is. Oh, tornado just got summoned. That's not good. How nice that tornado not to destroy my roads, I guess. It's nice enough just to destroy the buildings and not the roads. It's going right through the middle of town. There's a building on fire. Well, I think the tornado is probably a little more serious than the fire. Don't call me crazy, but I think that's a problem. I'm glad you're asking for 55k. There's the whole thing, like, you know your worth, right? Ask for what you're worth. Don't let them jerk you around. So, good for you asking for what you're worth. I love the radio that's telling me what's going on in the game. That's a pretty cool touch. It's a strange position, but I did a lot where I am, nothing new. Here's the thing, though, is if you're not demanding more money every year, then you're losing money. Like, if your boss pulls the whole thing where it's like, oh, well, we can't afford to give you raises this year because of the economy, that means they're paying you less. Between inflation and the cost of everything going up and just all the different factors of life, not getting a raise means that you're accepting doing the same work for less money year over year. So you got to stay on top of it. You got to demand those raises. You've got to ask for those promotions because no one's going to advocate for you except for yourself, right? So, and here's the thing is, like, even if it's like, okay, it's nothing new, well, you have a year more experience at the end of the year, right? So that's worth the extra money, right? If the boss says, well, you're just doing the same job, yeah, but now you've got someone who's got a year more experience in that job. That experience is worth a little bit more money, so you gotta fight for it. It's tough, but you gotta fight for it. I regret not fighting as much in my current position as I did to try and get more raises to cover everything. Also, I don't know if you're in... I know you're not in the Discord a lot, so I don't know if you've seen this yet, but check this dude out. This is John Senillian. He is a John Cena chameleon wrestling figure for my Rumble Slam wrestling game. Look how awesome he looks. If I can get the camera to focus on him. Grab my light really quick here. Give him some highlights. There we go. It's a chameleon. It's this picture is probably a little bit better if I can get. It's the Senillian. It's John Cena as a chameleon for a fantasy wrestling game. His special ability is he goes invisible. You can't see him. And his wrestling partner is the Tricerahorn, a giant Triceratops dinosaur wrestler. And they are now my wrestling team, is John Cena and a Triceratops. Absolutely love them. Right, how are my buildings doing here now? Fire district, are you okay? Abandoned property, polluted property. More people complaining about healthcare. Medical clinic's doing just fine. I'll add another one over there for people, I guess. Check. Firehouses are doing okay. Crime's down. Do a rail yard for exporting goods. I mean, we already have rails, right? We could build another train station if we wanted to. Excuse me. All right. Looks like there's some demand coming back up. There's a lot of pollution there. A lot of demand for some new buildings. Finish the roads through here. Come on. Connect. More housing in. Alright, we're almost out of space for the city. It's time to buy another parcel of land and expand here soon. How can we get an expansion permit? We need an expansion permit. Underground. Oh, transportation. Only 7% of my population uses the bus. That's not good. I will tell you though, so today we were laid off, which we knew was coming, so no big surprise. But I will say they kind of messed up, because in the meeting where they were laying us off, they start off the meeting by going, "Hello everyone, how are you doing today?" Just in like the most happy and chipper voice you could imagine. And it's just like, dude, read the room. You called us all in here to lay us off. I don't think starting off with "how are you all doing" is the most appropriate way to start that meeting, you know? Like, I'm definitely glad that they were happy and all that, but that's not necessarily how you start a meeting that says you're all getting laid off. Is with a big happy, "How are you doing?" Alright, let's make a bus line. So we can connect that, there, there. I would have cussed them out. So, no one said anything. And then after just so much awkward silence, eventually someone was just like, "Obviously we're doing fine." But like what do you say to that? I mean, like I've said many times before, they are treating us well as far as the layoffs go, so I can't be too upset about it. They're giving us severance, they gave us time to do things, so, you know, as far as layoffs go, it's not too bad. Bubble's here. Hello, Bubble. You're late. You're an hour late because you were at a play date. That's excusable, I guess. What kind of play date were you doing? Alright. More vehicles, more roads. How was the last day? You know, it wasn't the worst. They let us go at 11 o'clock in the morning. But I had meetings scheduled from like 7 o'clock on. So it was like one of those weird things where like, "Hey, just to let you know, we're letting you go because we have no work for you. But we're going to schedule meetings for 7 hours straight because we need all your knowledge before you leave. So make sure to come to all these super important meetings because we need all your knowledge before you leave." So, you know, saying one thing, doing another thing, but it wasn't a bad last day. It really is like sad though. like I've talked about, it's 14 years I've worked there. It's all I know, and so like moving on to the next chapter is just a little somber, but I'm excited for the next thing. A lot of people have been asking me about like, well, are you nervous? Like, are you scared? And really, the answer is no. Like, God's been so good and taking care of me for so long. Like, I know it's all gonna be okay. I'm not worried. I'm not nervous. I just know that we'll make it. Something will fall in my lap. Something will come together. A job will appear, or maybe my photography will take off, or fingers crossed, maybe my stream will finally be a proper stream. But it'll all work out one way or another. I really don't have to worry about it. So I'm just gonna kind of take it one day at a time and just enjoy it. I'm gonna do some more streaming, so you'll see a whole lot more of me. I'm gonna go do some photography. I've got new gear to go play with, so I'm excited for a little bit of time to do what I want to do. So, not a bad last day at all. How's the game? So, the game is good. There's a lot of improvements. There are a lot of improvements that are just absolutely like brilliant. They made it so you don't have to mess with like power lines and pipes as much anymore. It's all built into the roads, which I thought is just an excellent addition. And now, rather than like, oh no, the crime rate in this area is high, I've got to build 3 police stations right next to each other, you can just upgrade your current locations, which is a lot more realistic. So I absolutely love that. When your town upgrades, you now get these development points that you can use to get different things. So you can upgrade your town more how you want to. Like, I could focus on a hospital if my people were sick a lot, or if I needed more garbage options, they're here. So you can kind of really customize as you go through what your town's doing. I'm going to be silent for a second here. Listen to this. So like the radio will play and it'll tell you kind of what's going on in the town, and that's a really cool thing. Oh, we need an airport for certain and some water transportation. So the only complaint I can offer, and you can't really see it at night because it is dark. The graphics, I do see where there's a little bit of performance issues. Like, I'm running this game on low, because when I run it on high or even medium, it messes it up. So I do see there's some performance issues that people have been complaining about. So there is some issue there, but realistically, that's not a big enough complaint for me to say anything bad about the game. Just they got a little bit of stuff to work on. I'm gonna throw this out there. Bubble and I should be VIP. Yes. Bubble and you should be VIP. I was talking about this yesterday. I found out I can add custom sounds, and I want to add custom sounds for when Emmy joins, when Bubble joins, when you join Dexter. Since you guys are the OGs who've been here and hanging out every day, I wanted to make a custom sound when you guys join. I just need to figure out what that custom sound is. But yes, as the stream grows and changes, I have not forgotten about y'all who have been here from the beginning. I super appreciate the support. Even if you only come here to tell me that my opinions are bad. Gotta speak truth to power, right? What I liked about SimCity 5, you made an electric plant, and as long as one little line was connected to the house, they would string in the other houses. Yeah, that's exactly what happens here. So all the utilities are built into the road. So as long as your road is attached properly, then it automatically gets power and water and everything else. And I think that's a really cool feature to cut down on the tedium. All right, let's get a postal service going here. Let's see. Build the post office out there. Put some mailboxes out here for the people. I want this game so bad. So I was shocked by this. So the whole reason I got this game was, part of me was like, okay, I'm about to be unemployed. I can't burn some money on video games right now. So no video games for a little bit. And then Xbox sent me a deal for $1 for the PC Game Pass. And they added City Skyline II and Starfield to the Game Pass. 2 brand new games that are amazing. So I figured $1 and I get to play City Skyline and Starfield? Like, bet, let's do it. So I didn't actually buy this game. It's just on the $1 PC Game Pass. So if you have an Xbox or if you have a PC, $1 will get you onto the Game Pass and let you play this game. So pretty awesome deal. Pretty excellent deal. I've been looking at, not that I'm going to sell out and start making you guys watch ads, because my ads are still off, but I have looked at potentially getting either an affiliate or sponsorship through, I'm looking at 2 companies. One, Gamefly, and Gamefly because I truly I use their service. I truly believe in their service, and I really believe that a lot of people can save some money using Gamefly, and it's an all-around excellent service. I've probably saved $1,000 in games this year, if not more, just from renting them and oh, you know what? That wasn't a very good game. I'm just returning that one. Or, you know what? I like that, so I'm going to keep it for a month. I have probably saved more money with Gamefly than any other service. And they do have an affiliate program, so I'm considering doing that. And then there is a group called the Mystic Monk Coffee, and they are a Catholic monk order, Carmelite Catholic monks, who make coffee and tea. And they make specifically decaf coffee and tea, which is something I can drink, because as you all know, I'm not doing caffeine anymore. And since they're Catholic and I like coffee, I'm always drinking coffee or tea on stream. I broke my own little rules here. I got a 0 sugar, 0 caffeine Sprite, but usually I'm drinking tea. So I thought maybe I'll reach out to them, because Catholic monks making Catholic drinks. I'm Catholic. I talk about Catholicism. I thought that might be a good sponsorship on the stream. So I'm going to consider reaching out to them and seeing if we can work out a little bit of a partnership for the monk coffee or the monk tea. So we get a cargo harbor. Holy cow, that's huge. I don't think that'll fit anywhere. That is massive. We could put a harbor in. Okay, don't have room for those right now. Okay, we got more pollution going on over here. Definitely gonna have to do something about that pollution at some point. Let's look at our city budget. We're losing $100,000 a month, huh? That's not great. Have no loans. Taxes are just fine. And we're producing a deficit of eggs. Interesting. So I could make farms to up this so we're not importing so much of this wheat But would that be a good choice? Let's see what happens. We have to do something about that pollution at some point. It sounds like every politician ever. I know, I'm awful. I'm an awful politician. Alright, so we built a farm. So what happens now when we gotta connect a road? I'm sure I can adjust the settings for this, but I will say that is definitely another thing that is difficult, is the dark is really dark. Like, I can't see my buildings at all. Alright, we built a farm. So let's see what happens about importing, exporting as we increase that. We also need to figure out how the heck we're going to purchase... Oh, map tiles, here we go. So we can purchase new tiles to make our city bigger. Okay. All right, we just expanded our city a whole lot. Look at that. That city looks good, though. I would have blown it up by now. A tornado has already ripped through and absolutely devastated the town once. So we have no ore, but there is oil. We could drill for oil. There's some wood we could export, and there's fertile land. But now we have the water. I wanted to put a harbor in. All right, that harbor is going to cost us a pretty penny, but I'm curious to see. I'm sure there's a setting for it, right? If I go into like options, gameplay, you can turn off the day-night visuals if you want, so you can turn it off completely. But is there a... Is there like a night mode just specifically for nights? Does not look like it. So I mean, you could turn it off if it was annoying. Alright, so we got a cargo route going here. I don't necessarily know what that's going to do for us, but... Alright, how does our harbor help us now that we have a harbor going? Costs us $60,000 a month. We have employees, comfort. We can build extra piers. We can upgrade additional piers, but it doesn't seem like the boats are doing anything just yet. Landscape. Post office. Let's build a radio. Why not? How's the city doing on fire? It looks like nothing's too fiery. Education's doing okay. Well, maybe not okay. We have 1% of our population is well educated. No one's highly educated. And over 50% are poorly educated or uneducated. People are still complaining about healthcare. It says healthcare is doing just fine. I don't know what people are upset about. Garbage is processing. Okay. Ooh. Build an airport. Let's build an airport. And just so we can be extra bad people, let's put, there's a demand for housing. So let's put the housing right next to the airport. And we put it right over our natural water supply. So that's gonna be excellent. Says the healthcare is still failing in the city, but I've got 2 healthcare facilities that aren't being used. Like, all right, airport. All right, we're putting a lot of money into the airport, but our hope is that the airport will make us money. So come on, airport. You've got to bring in the customers. Pollution, yeah, there's a lot of pollution on our natural water, so I messed that up. Our power station is overloaded. That is not good. And we can't afford a new coal. But we can put in some windmills. Make it a little bit better, maybe? No? Alright. So our downfall begins. We need to take out a loan. Purchase a small coal plant. So we're gonna stick there. Okay. That should solve the power crisis. Yes. Waffles is building a ticking time bomb. Yeah, my city planning skills are very, very poor. We have the airport right over our natural water. Now we have 2 coal power plants right next to people's homes. We have the chicken farm right here next to the college. And then I built a small wheat farm somewhere out here. They're growing enough wheat for themselves, and that's about it right here. Our medical clinic is doing not very good. Give them some extra ambulances. Yeah, I think I messed up somewhere along the way. I don't think a town of 5,000 needs a harbor and an airport and 2 power plants just for them, right? Like, I'm pretty sure. Well, the small town I grew up in had no airport, no harbor, no power plants. Didn't have a hospital though, so would you move to Waffletopia, Waffletropolis, Waffleland? I would not live in my own town that I have created here, so I would not encourage anyone else to move here either. And the town is in massive debt. We're losing almost $200,000 a month. And our services are... Oh, our buses are going. Look at that. We have vehicles in use. People are maybe using the bus system. Look at the traffic. How many people are using the bus? We have 100 people riding our bus. So our buses are not set up very well. No one is flying in or out of the airport. No one is using the cargo. So our airport, our massive airport, is failing here. Can I connect the airline to... Yeah. Connect the airlines to other cities here. Oh, we got airplanes moving around now. All right, airport, make us some money. Okay, so we did that. Now, maybe that's why our harbor's not being used either, right? So now if we go back into here and we grab our water, we can maybe connect you. There's no one else with a harbor around. Okay, so the harbor is a giant waste of money. The harbor was a waste of money. It looks like the airport, we have airlines now, so that's working. We can also create a bus line and connect our bus to... That's a train. Alright. I've got to make the tough decision as a mayor. No one is using this building, so we are going to demolish our brand new harbor. And somehow we're losing even more money now. I don't know how demolishing the harbor makes us even more expensive, but... Come on, airport. You've got to save this failing city. The good news is I don't have any horrible traffic jams. Look at that. People are coming in and out of the city pretty well. So at least I've designed that sorta okay. I can follow citizens around, huh? Brett Harrington, educated adult. He's a senior at Strong Arm Mixing. Alright, let's follow him. Something's not adding up here. It says he was born in 2017. It's currently 2023, but he's a highly educated adult who's making comfortable money and a senior at the Strong Arm Mixing Factory. I think someone's lied on their resume here. Those numbers don't make sense. College is doing good. Look at that. We've almost got 500 students enrolled. And look, the planes are taking off. Our airplanes are thriving. We all do that nowadays. You know, I have used ChatGPT on my resume to make it a little bit easier to write, but you know, being Catholic, I'm not allowed to lie on my resume at all, so it does make it tough because I know a lot of people do lie on their resumes, and I flat out cannot lie on my resume, and that makes it that much harder to find another job. These flights are only $8? Ridiculous. And when are my airports losing money? Alright, well. Give the people what they want. Let's build a bridge. So we're gonna... Look at that, we built a bridge. Our first successful bridge? Maybe not. What's going on with that? That is not a bridge. There we go. All right. We built a bridge. Very excited for that. We're about 70% usage on that, so we're going to need more water and pollution disposal here soon. There's a fire somewhere. A master's degree for data entry. I have considered going back and getting my master's degree, honestly. But a part of me worries, like, I got my bachelor's degree, and the bachelor's degree has barely done me anything. Like, I can't imagine that a master's degree is actually going to do me any good either, right? Like, I see people getting master's degrees to work jobs for $15 or $20 an hour, you know? It will in IT. Yeah, a master's degree in IT definitely would be worth it. Hi, Emmy. How are you doing? Those airplanes are just zooming by. Applying for other jobs. Don't blame you for that. Ooh, there's a new... We unlocked offices. There's a demand for office space. Let's put in some offices. Yes. Alright, I shut down the airport, and that dropped our deficit greatly, so that is good. We're making a dent in our massive problem here. I'm mad that everyone here is behaving now that my boss is back and I have zero stress now, like bros. It is the worst thing. There are some people who just will not work if the boss isn't there. And it's so weird because it's not like, oh, he'll never know. Like, he'll know if the work's not getting done, right? Like, he'll know. But it's just some people still have the attitude, like, when the teacher leaves the room, like, oh, the teacher left, I don't have to do my work. Oh, the boss left, I don't have to do work right now. It's such a frustrating attitude. Because I'm a hecking goody-goody and I don't want slack regardless of being there or not. And I know this is something we talked about, but like, there was this study that I read and that Brian always talked about, one of my old bosses, that you can't have a team of all top performers. Because if you have a team of 10 people and all 10 of those people want to be number one, they're going to continually push each other to be better and better and better. And that's going to eventually lead them to burning each other out because they can't be the best and they're going to get tired of not being the best. So it actually like does you some good to have slackers and such on teams, to have a properly diversified team. But it's so frustrating when you're one of those top performers that you also need slackers on the team, because it's just so frustrating. People are just so frustrating.
Why can I just stop dreaming about waffles?
I think only Bubble got to hear it yesterday, but I think I finally got the voice changer all working. So check this out.
Now here's Bubbles voice enhanced with the soothing power of AI to make me sound like a guy who can help you with trailers from the 90s. This should actually be understandable. It's really cool technology, but it works. It's a very everything.
But yeah, so there's... this is not fun. Ooh, we got advanced pollution management. We definitely need the advanced pollution management. Where can I get that? Where can I get some of that advanced pollution? It sounds like it's bad Five Nights at Freddy's audio. We got air pollution. What can we do about pollution? I really don't know what we can do about the air pollution. Do we have a pollution thing we can look at? What's tourism look like? There's zero tourism for the town. Public transportation, it's being used. Look at that. Got people riding the bus. Crime rate steadily going up. Jobs going up. Happiness and well-being kind of stagnated. Population going up. Well, that's very good news. We've almost turned that deficit around too. Now we just got to figure out how to make the land a little bit. What did they say in your bye meeting? Okay, so Dexter already heard this, but they started the meeting out. No joke, they started the meeting out being like, "Hello, everyone. How are you doing today?" In a meeting where everyone was told you're being laid off. A little tone deaf, a little bad. And of course they said, this is a very difficult decision. There's a lot of years of experience in this room. Like, we regret that we have to do this. And then essentially it was, you'll get a packet in a couple hours that you'll agree not to sue us and not to take us to court, and we will send you money. And that was basically it. My computer's been shut off. My access has been shut off. I have zero access. I cannot work anymore. I have no way to work anymore. Even if someone was to call me and say, "Hey, can you come help us with this?" I'm out. I have no way of accessing it. So we should get boxes in a couple days that will allow us to ship all of the work stuff back. I got my desk all cleaned off over here so that I can do miniatures and paintings and Lego and all that. But it was a very short meeting. Like, we don't need you anymore. We'll send you boxes. Have a nice life. Goodbye. That was basically the meeting. I'm excited to try and sleep in tomorrow. I'm usually not good at sleeping in. I wake up, and once I'm awake, too bad. Whether it's 2 a.m., 4 a.m., I'm up and moving. But I'm hoping to maybe be able to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. And tomorrow's the first day of unemployment, so... oh boy. I have no idea what the day is going to bring for me. Do you think if I put windmills over here, it'll work like a giant fan and it will like blow the pollution away? Because all these people are upset about pollution. I kind of feel like maybe the windmill will blow everything away. Tomorrow is Warhammer Day. I know I asked you if I could go play some Rumble Slam tonight, but I realized that I'm going to be playing Warhammer tomorrow and I don't have to pick you up tomorrow. So I think I'm going to skip doing Rumble Slam tonight so that I can stay a little bit later tomorrow and do some Warhammer tomorrow night, get some practice in, do some videography, all that sort of thing. So I probably won't Rumble Slam tonight because tomorrow is Warhammer. And I do need to practice. I need to get some serious practice in because there's a tournament coming up in a month and I'm not prepared at all for that. So I've got to get better at Warhammer. Let's put a university in. Our college is very used. Tomorrow's Warhammer, you can still stream. I might not stream tomorrow. Emmy has the day off, and I don't want to spend her only day off streaming, you know? So I want to spend time with her and do things with her, so I don't know if I will stream tomorrow. But there definitely will be more streaming to come, as I have more and more time to stream. Ooh, we cannot afford a hospital. Sounds like Emmy's free to stream. What do you want to do for dinner tonight? Because I'm not cooking. Let's see. You should ask Emmy to stream Five Nights at Freddy's. That's been her recent hyper focus, and she's been enjoying it. So if you ask nicely, maybe Emmy can stream Five Nights at Freddy's and enjoy that game. Someone would be happy. As for dinner, part of me would suggest pizza, but last time we got pizza, apparently we're too old for pizza now because we just got massive heartburn, so maybe not pizza. I would love to take you out to celebrate my unemployment. Do people celebrate their unemployment? But I kind of spent too much money this last paycheck, so I can't afford to take you out to the Thai place because it's like $60 for the Thai food, but it is worth all $60 for the Thai food. That stuff's delicious. Tried to stop me from spending money? When did y'all try and stop me from spending money? In all fairness, the money I spent was on a weed whacker, which was actually something essential that we needed. So, adulting. What to get for dinner? really can't think of anything else for dinner. I'm trying to think of what we could make for dinner, and I'm sitting here kind of drawing a blank. What else could we have for dinner? This is why I need to learn to cook. Chick-fil-A? I can take you to Chick-fil-A. We can do that. Dave's Hot Chicken. Dave's Hot Chicken is pretty good too. Not enough electricity. We have plenty of electricity. Have you had that pimento honey pepper sandwich? No. Too much sugar and honey. So I have avoided that. Sewer backed up. You sure the sewer's backed up? Sewer's not backed up. Good, it's weird. Oh, I see. These don't have anything because they're hooked up to the highway, and the highway doesn't have access to... services, but if I do that, now they should. Okay, that's pretty cool. Dave's Hot Chicken actually sounds pretty good. Maybe we should do Dave's Hot Chicken. I love a good hot chicken sandwich. Though I was talking about these yesterday. The ghost pepper Cheetos, the smoky version, those things are so good. Like, they are without a doubt like my absolute favorite chip now. Like, not even close to anything else. It is the best chip out there, period, is the Cheetos ghost pepper. Absolutely delicious. Like, some of the best stuff. Alright, let's put in some traffic lights. It's making my town a little safer, a little bit better. More than Takis? Yeah. More than Takis. I love them more than Takis, which I know that's not been my experience so far. Takis have been my favorite for a while. But without a doubt, I like them more than Takis. Favorite chip, period. Just the smokiness, the spice, the flavor, like, just everything about them just absolutely works.
Yes, thank you, Jesus.
The kiddo is getting Ropa Vieja for the first time tonight. I have no idea what that is. Like, zero. Absolutely zero idea what that is. Alright, so let's try building a big farm. I'm really curious what's going to happen if I put a big farm out here. So if I build this here, and if we just waste a whole thing, if we make this whole thing farmland, Let's just see what happens. I'm just curious. Let's build a specialized industry, and we're gonna build a grain farm right here. Okay, and then we build a road. Over to here. It does not look like that grain farm worked very well. Try that again. I made it with chicken once and it was so bomb. It's shredded and delicious. Haven't had the original in eons. Okay, try this again. Don't get how to draw the farm. There we go. Okay. Now we've got a big farm. It's all I ate when I was in Miami. Okay, so we've got a huge farm growing crops here now. So what happens? All this farmland. We should start producing this here soon and be able to export it. Come on, start growing something, people. Someone needs to... It's so good that whenever I see it, I order it. Don't even need to look at anything else to weigh options. That is a glowing testament. Because, like, when I go out to Mexican restaurants, it's always a struggle because everything's good. Granted, it's like Taco Bell, where everything's the same ingredient, right? If you order the tacos, the nachos, the chimichanga, the burrito, it's all the same thing, right? It's the same... It's all the same ingredients, but it's still delicious nonetheless. And then my husband goes, "Why don't you get something else and try something new?" I tell him, "Just let me be happy." I support you, Bubble. Just let me be happy. Absolutely. I'm happy that my neighbor has a decent mix of food style. Your neighborhood has a decent mix of food styles, but everything good is downtown. You don't realize how spoiled you are by good food like choices until you have none. Like in the town that Emmy and I grew up in, there was a Dairy Queen, a McDonald's, and a Mexican restaurant and a Chinese restaurant. Like that those were your choices. You could have the one Mexican food, you could have the one Chinese food, or you could have a fast food burger. Like eventually we got a Taco Bell, which is Taco Bell, but it's so nice like where we live now where it's like, oh, do you want to go have sushi? Do you want to have Thai food? Do you want to have Korean food? Do you want to have Korean barbecue? Do you want to go to one of the 50 Mexican restaurants that are available for food? We got India style food, so many things. I told somebody I ordered African and they were thoroughly surprised African restaurants existed. They also live in Nebraska. You know, that is one. I don't think we have African food in our area. You're right. I don't think we have African food in our area. But we do have New Orleans style food. So that's something. I would love to try an African style food restaurant. It's so good. The amount of people who think Africa is just tribes in a desert is insane. It is crazy that a lot of TikTok has been trying to show people that that's just not always the case. You know, it's a whole continent with a lot of diversity in it. I want to try jerk chicken and fufu so bad. I've heard a lot about jerk chicken. I don't think I've ever heard of fufu. Not sure what that is. That's funny. Emmy says jerk chicken, and that's fine. But when Dexter says jerk chicken, Automod bans it for swearing. Automod has a vendetta against Dexter, apparently. The chicken said got bubble too. Apparently Emmy is the only one allowed to say the dreaded J word. All y'all out here saying the J word. I don't know about fufu. I heard it's not very flavorful, but the Ethiopian restaurant I go to said the same about injera. It's totally different. The flavor is kind of strange. Wait, we do have to go in and turn off this nighttime because I legitimately can't see during the nighttime. I dislike that because I love the nighttime. I love the look of the nighttime, but I can't see. Put some housing right here. Mod privileges. Oh, there's a forest fire. I'm not sure that qualifies as a forest fire exactly. Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure that qualified as a forest fire there. But thanks for warning me, I guess. Alright, so we need to get some services over here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take you. Go over here. Cross all these roads. That poor one tree. We have reached Busy Town. We can now mine for ore and get more loans. Put in some more housing. Lots of housing. And a couple businesses in here too. Perfect. Okay. That looks like a disaster right there, trying to cross a double highway like that. We need some lights in here. We need to protect our citizens. That is absolutely deadly right there, it looks like. And that road got messed up. Let's fix that. There we go. Alright, lots of housing, lots of things for people to do, lots of happiness. It does look like a death trap. That right there certainly does look like a death trap. But we put a traffic light in there, so it's okay. Traffic lights make everything better. Oh, we can build parking structures. We haven't built... Maybe we can make some money off some parking structures if we put some small parking lots in around town. Maybe we can make some money off of that. Just gonna casually demolish some people's houses. Ooh, I have a question. What's the thing you hate the most about social media? It's hard to pick just one thing that I dislike about social media, but I'll talk about one of the things I really, really dislike that I was actually talking on the Catholic forums about yesterday, so it kind of fits into Catholicism and all that too. And that is that social media has algorithms. And if you want to get noticed, you have to play the game of those algorithms. So there's a lot of like Christian and Catholic social media influencers who want to talk about God and want to do, you know, good things for the faith. But in order to be seen, they have to do clickbait, they have to do rage bait, they have to do, those things that gets people to click on it, which are antithetical to the faith, right? Making clickbait is against Christianity. Making content purposefully to enrage people is against Catholicism. So you can watch as these influencers slowly turn from I want to be Christian influencer to I want to make money. And it's really frustrating to see so many people sell out for money and fame. And it's really frustrating to see that. So that's probably my biggest gripe with social media. Explain. So, like, for example, I make lots of content that I put up on YouTube just about Catholicism, and it might get 100 or 200 views. Catholic Answers. Catholic Answers is one of the largest social media presences we have for Catholicism. They got like 50,000 followers. Like, it's tiny because they just make Catholic content. It's just not seen, whereas Mr. Beast makes a video and gets 100 million viewers. So a lot of people try and copulate those Mr. Beast things for the sake of getting views, so they can talk about Catholicism or Christianity and more people will see it. But in the process, you're losing those Christian values, right? It's literally in the Bible that says, don't go out and do good deeds so other people will see you, because your reward will be given to you on earth and not in heaven. So everyone who pretends to be a Christian and go around like, oh, well, look, I'm feeding the homeless and preaching, and I'm such a good Christian, that's no longer a good Christian content creator. They've sold out for the sake of getting money and views. And same thing with people who make like the rage bait stuff, like, or even not rage bait, but like those AI things that prey on I don't know if stupid people's the right word, but people who have scrupulosity, people who don't know better. They do the whole, you've given 30 seconds to everyone else, can you give 30 seconds to Jesus today and watch my terrible AI video that gives you one reading from the Bible? Like, that's not made by a person. That's literally a bot that's scraping everyone for views. That's lost the message of Christianity at that point for the sake of making money. Like, it's a terrible thing. I absolutely hate those videos. They're like, oh, well, you spent time watching TikTok today, but you can't take 30 seconds to watch a video about Jesus? Well, then you're going to go to hell because you don't love Jesus enough if you're not going to watch my terrible AI-generated, AI-voiced video that I created a bot to scrape together to take advantage of people who don't know any better. Like, that sort of thing just makes me angry to no end. To absolutely no end. Absolutely frustrating to see those sorts of things. And then there's the people who make, the rage bait content when it comes to Christianity, like Muslim. A lot of Muslim influencers are very, very good at this, where they will just come in and they'll say like, oh, Christianity is wrong because of this. And it'll be something that's like easily debatable. And the point is that they're taking a straw man point of view because everyone's going to come into the comments and argue with them, and that gets them the engagement that they want, and that's how they get money off of it and views. And it's not about the religion at that point. At that point, they're just harvesting views and they're harvesting likes and they're making money off of it. So it's really frustrating to watch so many people want to start out with good intentions, to preach the word, to do good by God, and then it ends up being, well, I want to make money, I want to get views. And so they do those scummy things for the sake of getting views. And it's so easy and fast to fall from grace on that you don't even see it coming. And then one day you wake up and you realize, oh, I'm no longer a Christian influencer. I'm just an influencer. The other thing I really hate about social media is, I call it the death of memes, but like, back when I was a teenager, I loved me a good meme. But now the memes spread so fast that someone does like, there's that really, really, really terrible sound bit out there that's sticking out my gat for the Rizzler. And so someone made that a sound, it blew up, and now every video has it. So you're scrolling through and you just see sticking out your got, sticking out, you're sticking out, and you just get the same sound, the same video 1,000 times in a row because that's what's on fire right now. And I get sick of it so fast. I really hate it. I have no idea what a gat is, so there's actually an interesting history behind that word. So originally, gat is a word from, I believe, the African American community, and it's just a part of like their dialect and how they'd say it. The most common example was when they would say "yacht damn," which is another way of saying God. And it was often in reference to a person's bottom, but it could also be a lot of other things as well. And that was kind of taken up by the community. And now people who are completely distanced from that community, you know, the annoying 11-year-olds in the suburbs who've never experienced that culture, have taken it and turned it into a meme word. And it's just become another one of those words that's just been absorbed into the zeitgeist of the lexicon that's just super annoying, like glizzies or Riz. I really don't like Riz. I didn't think of that, but it's probably the thing I hate the most. It is, and like that's 100% social media algorithms at it again. It's, oh, people like this, so you obviously watched a video with this sound. Why wouldn't you want to watch a million other videos with that sound? It's so frustrating. Anything becoming TikTok speak is terrible. But the really interesting thing to watch when it comes to like TikTok language is, you know, there's certain words that if you say on TikTok, you'll get shadow banned. There are certain words that lower your chances of being seen. The dreaded K word is one of those, right? And so people started saying things like, oh, he unalived himself, or he unalived someone else because they don't want to say that dreaded word. But the weird thing is that's now pervasive in our language. So people who are trying to trick the algorithm are saying that, but then you have 5, 6, 7-year-olds who are consuming that content who don't understand why they're saying unalive instead of the K word. And so now that's becoming their way of talking. And so when they're talking on a place where you can't, where you're not censored, like if you go on Reddit, you're not censored on Reddit, they refuse to use that word. And it's almost like it's basically becoming medieval curse words again. There used to be like this ancient belief that if you said certain words, it would invoke, you know, the evil spirits to come and haunt you. So you didn't say those curse words, and that's where cursing came from. You're cursing someone through your words, and that draws in the evil spirits. So that is 100% TikTok has created modern day swear words, curse words, where people are so afraid to say them because they're afraid the evil spirit, in this case, the algorithm, will come and get them. You have kids who don't even understand, like, oh, Papa, why don't we say the K word? Oh, because the algorithm will come and get you if you say the K word. Like, it's so weird how the language has developed because kids are watching things that they should not be watching, and they have no idea why these things are happening, and they're not seeking to understand why these things are happening. They just know, oh, K word bad. It's a bad word. Well, why is it a bad word? Because the algorithm. Well, what does that really mean? Oh, we've got a traffic jam going on here. I know what'll fix that traffic jam. Fear not, citizens. I am here to fix the traffic jam. With a traffic light. Unalive is so egregious because it reminds me of Newspeak. Oh, it's 100%. That's exactly what it is. You are without a doubt right on that. All right, we got bad traffic going on here. We got really bad congestion. Okay. We might need to redo some of these roads. All right, the people are demanding offices. Let us get them some offices. Like, slang is one thing, unalive is the core idea of Newspeak. 100%. You've hit the nail on the head with that one. And it's just one of those things that we've just accepted, again, because people don't understand the meaning behind the words. They don't understand why. What is the intent of saying those things? Why are you saying those things? And they don't understand why they're saying those things. It's just, oh, well, my favorite YouTuber says it that way, so that's how I'm going to say it. It's fascinating. It's fascinating to watch the development, right? It's fascinating to see how language develops in those ways, but it's also so frustrating to see the language develop in those ways and be powerless to watch as the next generation is just using slang so terribly. Another thing that upsets me about social media is everything coming with a trigger warning. Like, I get it for major things like death and abuse and stuff, but like how everyone just walks on eggshells because one person gets triggered by the word eggs or something. That reminds me of I was reading a thread on Reddit that was in regards to, at Disney, they have a ride where you get like a little water gun thing and you can spray people who are riding on a water ride, so they're already wet. And so this guy was like, well, as a kid, I went up and I used that gun and I sprayed someone, and this lady got so upset that I sprayed her. Keep in mind, she was on a water ride, so she was already wet, that she went and purchased a bottle of water and dumped the water on me to, get back at me. I shot her with water, she dumped water on me, and I was like a 9-10-year-old kid. And people were like, legitimately, with no sarcasm, they're like, oh my god, you had water dumped on you as a kid? That is straight up assault. Like, did you get therapy? Are you okay? Like, are you on medication? Like, that's some deep trauma. And like, I don't want to talk down about someone's trauma. We all process things in other ways, but I don't think having a cup of water poured on you really constitutes trauma. Like, I don't foresee any person realistically needing therapy because when they were at Disneyland, someone dumped a cup of water on them. Like, we're going way too far in the nanny state issues there. Like what happened to people not having huge victim mentalities and just be like, yeah, these things exist. People are allowed to talk about these without warning me. And Dexter's actually right. Like, it does bring awareness and it does help marginalized communities, and it is important, but it has a time and place. And it's a pendulum, right? Like, PC culture is a pendulum. Right now we're swinging way too far one side into the PC culture, and eventually it'll start swinging back the other way. So what happens is we overcorrect, and then we overcorrect from the overcorrecting, and then we overcorrect from the overcorrecting again, and it's just going to be a pendulum of back and forth and back, and we'll never be in a perfectly good level of it. We're humans. We overcorrect everything. All right, it's about time for me to stop streaming because I've still got to go do one more round of dishes before I go pick up Emmy. So this was a fun game and some good conversation, but I think it's time that we save and do our prayer and wrap up for the evening. So let's start with, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for the blessings that you give to us, and thank you for taking care of us, especially me, Lord, as I enter into having no job, as I enter into this strange, new, unknown world. Lord, help to continue to provide for me and understand your will, thy will be done. We pray for all those who don't have enough, those who are caught out in this bad weather, those who don't have enough food, who don't have enough water, who don't have enough shelter. Lord, help all of them. And we pray for those souls who have no one left to pray for themselves, those souls who have been forgotten, those souls who are in purgatory. Lord, help them to enter into heaven. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out. Definitely appreciate everyone watching. As I said, I will be streaming more coming up. I might not be streaming tomorrow, but we definitely will have some more streaming coming up soon. Looks like we actually have some new people who are hanging out and lurking. All those new people who are hanging out and lurking, always appreciate having you hang out. Thank you for watching us. Don't forget you can always subscribe if you want alerts when I will be coming up next. See you tomorrow for some more Skylines. I probably will do Skylines some more, but there's also a cozy game that I really want to try, so we might try a new cozy game. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. Have a blessed evening, and we will see you again tomorrow or Thursday at the latest.